Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related. Please, big up to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. As always, love to each and every one of you lot who continues to support on a regular basis as the channel continues to grow. You can see the title is Marcus Rashford injured. How big of a miss will he be? So we'll be discussing Marcus Rashford, his injury, how that impacts the rest of the team, potential replacements, and who will have to step up. Of course, the game against Everton, where Manchester United won 2-0, and it was a very, very good performance. Sevilla coming up on Thursday in the Europa League in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. And then Sunday, I believe, is Nottingham Forest as well. And then obviously the week after that, is Sevilla. So we'll be discussing all of those things, and I'm sure you lot will have plenty of questions as always. But make sure as soon as you land, whether you're watching live right now or watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. Go to Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. Just retweet a like from the Twitter, share from the Instagram. And on top of those things, subscribe to the channel as well, please. Sarcasm City TV. Make sure when you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, people. Hit the notification bell as soon as you land. Big up my brother Flawless all the time. Big up Dennis. Oh yeah, large up to your little bro who was in the cut yesterday as well, Dennis. Big up Malcolm says big up the ManDem. Big up Amor says big up Flawless and the gang. Question to Flawless, what is your prediction against Sevilla? I'm going 5-0 United. They are rubbish, Flawless. I've been watching them all season in La Liga. They concede more than 2 goals nearly all the time. Yeah, I can see. I've not watched them, but I can see from their record in La Liga they're not good. And obviously, you being a Real Madrid fan will have more knowledge on it than me. But I don't fear Sevilla whatsoever. Do I believe it'll be 5? No. But what I'm expecting in that Europa League game is for Manchester United to put the game to bed, 100%. Question to Flawless, would you start Martial versus Sevilla? Well, this ties now into the Rashford situation because Rashford is injured. I've not heard anything in regards to a time frame of when he'll be back. So there's no Rashford, there's no Garnacho. So that leaves Martial, Anthony, Sancho, Bruno, Weghorst. I don't for Palestri as well. That's 6. So does Martial get a start? Probably. I don't know. Do you go with Weghorst? It's a question. Do you want to rush? Is the most important game? Do you play Martial against Sevilla and then play Weghorst against Nottingham Forest? So yeah, to answer your question, now with Rashford injured, would I start Martial? Yes. He's had a couple substitute appearances, so now I would. Yes. That's just me though. I would be over the moon to win the first leg 5-0. Means we could rest players for the away leg before the semi-final versus Brighton. That is also true. And Waz says Martial will probably start versus Sevilla, but only get 45 minutes max. We really need him for our league run. In now with Rashford is out, can't rely on Weghorst. That guy is the worst striker I've ever seen. That's over the top. There's been worse strikers than definitely than Weghorst, 100%. There's miles worse strikers. But to me, it's Europa League over Premier League in terms of priority. So I'm playing my stronger team in the Europa League. I'm putting that tie to bed. I'm looking at Europa League. Looking at the FA Cup semi-final versus Brighton, the league to me is of the least importance. Because if we win the Europa League, which we should, it doesn't matter where we finish in a league like that. Big up to RJ, Bucklock, Carl. Hector says, how's Statman doing? He's good. Yeah, Statman's blessed. I spoke to him a couple weeks ago. So yeah, Statman's good. He is good. Bucklock says, I believe he won't be a big miss if Martial stays fit. And he says, if in capital letters, we could see some saucy ball between him, Sancho, and Anthony. Like, yeah, it's Martial staying fit though. It's all long. Yeah, what happened to Statman Baines? Statman Baines just a uni. That's all. Well, like I said, I spoke to him a couple weeks ago, so he's good. That's all. X says, yo, Flawless, the people's champ. Nah, man, I'm the people's prophet. You know what I'm saying? And that man of the people. People's champ, I leave that to the Rock and Troops. Leave that to those two. To Floyd Mayweather, big up the goat, says, why are you working? Love, bro. Love, I got to work, man. You know what I'm saying? I got money to make. Yeah, bro, shared your content, my little bro. He loves it. Yeah, he was in the chat for the Liverpool-Arsenal game. If it's a groin injury, could be 2 to 4 weeks out for Rashford. Absolutely. Yeah, which is not good if it's 2 to 4 weeks. Sancho looks like he's cooking at the right time now that Rashford is potentially out. Thoughts. Rashford being out is just a hindrance. And Garnacho as well being out because now we have no direct extreme pace. We got players who are quick. Sancho can move. Anthony can shift. Yeah, Sancho can shift. Anthony can shift. Martial are all quick, but they're not electric. There's a difference. Whereas Rashford's electric, Garnacho's electric. But I still expect Sancho, Martial, Anthony, Bruno, Weghorst, Palestri. Well, you have Palestri, but he's young in terms of, not young in terms of age like that, but I'm talking about of experience. So to throw him into a big game, for instance, a semi-final against Brighton, I think that's unfair to him. Like, I think it's unfair. Big up Flawless, love the videos, keep it up. I hope Bruno gets a yellow card so he misses Sevilla and get a rest. Is he one yellow card away from suspension? I did not know that. Before I continue, over 40 of you lot in the building, which is big. Let's get up to 30 likes though. Like check 1212. We're only at 21 likes. Let's get up to 30 likes, people, and subscribe. We're looking for 4 more subscribers. Get us to 6,290. We're looking for 4 more subs. That's all we're looking for. Just 4 more subs, people. Just 4. Now at 6,288, we're looking for 2 more subscribers. And don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment, 3 different levels, people. And if you super chat, I get straight to your question as well. Emma says, we'll be fine without Rashford. The others just have to step up now. However, I do feel we'll miss Garnacho more as he's got the same type of pace. Yeah, we should be all right. We should be all right still. You know what I'm saying like that. Like we should be. Like, let me look at our fixture list. That's why even though the Rashford injury is a concern, outside of the Brighton game, I expect us to do the business. So let's say hypothetically it is 4 weeks. So it'd be out till the 10th of May. 1 second. So all he would miss, let's say it's a month. So he'd miss both legs against Sevilla, away at Forest, the Brighton semi-final, away at Spurs, home to Aston Villa, away to Brighton in the Premier League, away to West Ham. Outside of Brighton, I don't really see an issue. Yes, our league performances could take a hit, but like I said, league is of the least importance. It's about, I look at the league in terms of keeping up fitness, keeping up performances, momentum, and like that's all it is. Because we currently sit 4th, level on points with Newcastle. They have a better goal difference, so I expect us to do the business in like these games. Like just looking at the Premier League, look. So we got Forest away. Obviously that'll be tough, but Forest are in terrible form. Spurs away, I expect us to do the business. Home to Aston Villa won't be easy, but that's a winnable game. Away at Brighton will be tough. Away at West Ham is never easy. And then if it is a month, then he'd be back for home to Wolves, away at Bournemouth, home to Fulham. And then obviously the Chelsea game as well. That needs to be rearranged, and then potential semi-finals of a Europa League as well. Plus, on top of that, both Casemiro and Eriksen are back too. We got Casemiro back, got Eriksen back, Martial's back. I think we'll be fine. So Johnny who's asking where's Delicious, he's talking about Hassan. We'll be on Battle of the North, 7 p.m. people. He'll be there. We are playing Sunday from now on to the end of May if we get through the Europa League quarterfinal. We got to do what we got to do. I fully expect us to do the business. Like I say, is Rashford a big miss? Absolutely. He's been our best attacker this season, so of course he's going to be missed. But if we can't get past these games without him, that's what, like if we were in the Champions League, I'd be much more concerned and much more worried about Rashford's injury. But simple fact is Sevilla in the Champions League. I expect Martial, Sancho, Anthony, Bruno, Weghorst, Palestri, throw Eriksen now back in the mix, Casemiro as well. We have enough to get past Sevilla, 100%. But on the game, obviously, with Rashford getting injured against Everton, we were very good. Very good performance. That's what I like most about the game. I thought we was good against Brentford, and the scoreline didn't reflect it, and I thought it was an even better performance against Everton. And the only criticism I have is we created enough. We just didn't take our chances. Just didn't take enough of our chances. That is legit it. That's all it is. And if that's my only complaint after a game, that means we did the right thing. We was on smoke. And I have 0 complaints. Yes, but I'm not going to be blinded, and I don't do, shout out to Peter, I don't do results-based analysis. Just because we put in a good performance and beat Everton and put in a good performance and beat Brentford, these players still need to be improved upon. But salute to the players and salute to Ten Hag, because if they had played poorly and we had dropped points in those 2 games, I'd be sat here criticizing them. And people in the comments would be sat here criticizing them, and rightfully so. So we'll give them their flowers. Everybody was good. I thought everybody was good against Everton. Everybody was good against Brentford. Everybody. Like, that's all I want is consistency. If they perform like that, I have 0 complaints. Credit to Bruno, played the deeper role, and his pass completion was actually decent. Absolutely. That's why I'm saluting him and bigging him up. Like, Bruno was good in both games. And if he now continue that, now perform like that against Forest, perform like that against Sevilla, then Nottingham Forest, then Sevilla again, then Brighton, start putting together a run. It can't just be 1 or 2 games. Make it 8 or 9. because that's how you go and compete and win trophies. I've said this before. I'll say it again. That's my only criticism. It's my only criticism. 100%. Chelsea Fanatic says, big up Flawless. No, Rashford means United miss out on top 4. Maybe. It could have impact on it. But like I said, I don't care about top 4. I really don't care about top 4. Go win the Europa League. And then we get the same reward if we win the Europa League. And on top of that, not only do we get a European trophy, you go into pot 1. So I don't really care about top 4 like that. And if we can't finish top 4 without Rashford, I'm looking at the players. You don't need to step up because we are not a one-man team. Emma says we need to beat Sevilla now with a big score, and Casemiro needs to get a yellow so we can miss the game at their ground and not the next. Agreed. Let's do what we did to Real Betis in the last round. Win the game 4-1. I want at least the bare minimum. I want at least a 3-goal margin. Kill the tie dead. So it makes the second leg nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? It makes it just, just a practice game pretty much. It's a training match. That's what I want. Beat these man 3-0, 4-1, 5-0, 5-1, 5-2, whatever. Like I said, bare minimum 3-goal margin like we did against Real Betis. And I think we will do it. Anwar says we should have scored 5 or 6 versus Everton. Need to get the goal difference up. Yeah, goal difference could be key. I agree. Question to Flawless, your starting lineup versus Sevilla. I want to know. It's a good question. The Heron goal. I go... Wan-Bissaka did play well, to be honest. I go Wan-Bissaka, Malacia as fullbacks. Centre-backs, I'd go Varane and Martinez. Midfield, I'd go Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno. Anthony from the right, Sancho from the left, Anthony Martial up front. That would be my team. That's what I would do. That's just me personally. RJ says, rumors are the Low going to sign a new contract. Wait, bear with me 1 second, you lot. Have these likes gone up? Let's see. Hey, we're still not at 30 likes. And there's just under 50 of you lot in here. Let's go up to 40 likes. Like check 1212. Let's not slack with the like check. Let's get up to 40 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We're only looking for 2 new subscribers. Share this across the socials as well. Trying to get as many people in here as possible. 6,288. Still looking for 2 subscribers. Still short on the like check. Girls up to 40 likes. Rumors are the Low going to sign a new contract, and also United want to get Frimpong. Would you sell Wan-Bissaka and get Frimpong? No. If I'm going to sell a right back, I'd sell the Low and keep Wan-Bissaka. The reason is Wan-Bissaka has attributes that he excels in. He's specializing in terms of defensively. So I would keep Wan-Bissaka as backup, sell Dalot. And I like Dalot as well. I think he's good at a lot of things. I just don't think he's great at anything. He excels at nothing. I just think he's he's a good all-round fullback. So I'd move Dalot on and sign a right back. Not necessarily Frimpong, because I've not seen enough to make an assessment, but I just like the fact we are being linked with right backs. I believe it's an area we can improve on. But I want 2 new fullbacks. I want a new left back as well. Yeah, Anthony did the past couple of games. To his credit, RJ, he's been looking good, without doubt. One credit to Flawless is he gives credits to players when they perform well, then criticizes when they play bad. All we ask is that they show consistency. Yo, I don't want to butcher your name, my guy, in it. Is it always? My apologies if I did. That's it. This comment right here in a nutshell is it. If players play well, I praise. If players play poorly, I criticize. If you play well over a consistent period, if you play well 9 out of 10 games, that one game you play poorly, I'm not really going to be on your case. I'm on you, okay? Okay. I'm not going to criticize, but I'm not going to criticize badly. Like if they're bad 1 out of 10. I'm asking for consistency. That's legit it. That's all. Top 4 is not a trophy, Dennis. I agree. Like, that's it. Big up United for life. Sadiq says top 4 will be detrimental for you next season. Take another season in the Europa and build. I don't want that, because I think we need to go and compete in the Champions League. And when I say compete, I'm not saying win it. I'm saying get used to being in the competition. Get used to being in a knockout ties, round of 16, quarterfinals. So I need the players, you need to get match fit. You know what I'm saying? You need to get fighting fit. Like, get used to being in championship rounds, to use boxing or UFC, for example. Get used to that. So we got to be in that competition. So then the next year you're in it, experience is a key factor in Champions League. It's massive. It is. Yeah. You always big up every single time. Emma says, Ten Hag and everybody in the squad will know, even though we created a lot of chances against Everton, it still wasn't good enough as we only scored 2. They'll be in a scoring mood against Sevilla. Hey, if we put in a performance like we did against Everton or against Brentford, we'll score 3 or 4. 100%. I have full faith in us killing that tie dead. And then you're into a Europa League semi-final, pretty much. And then we're looking at the other games. Obviously, we get the winner of Sporting Lisbon versus Juventus, which will be interesting as well. Big up, Chris, every single time. I see you. Big up, my guy, every single time. Large up, large up. Yeah, again, bump up the likes. Ask for 40 likes, people. We're only at 31 likes. Let's bump up the likes, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's bump up the likes. Subscribe as well, because I know there's at least 2 of you lot in here who are new. There's over 50 of you lot in the building. Let's hit that subscribe button as well. Make sure we do continue to get your questions in. Please just keep them Manchester United related. Like I said, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your question. But I will star all of the best questions. Do not worry about that. Yeah, we all know Chelsea are getting destroyed by Real Madrid. That's a fact. Paul Pogba back this week. Hopefully we face Juventus in the semi-final. I'm not really trying to see Pogba back. I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to see that. That's not a good thing. Not that I don't think we would beat Juventus. I think we would beat Juventus. I don't doubt that for a second. I think we would. However, I'm saying, what the hell? I'm not trying to see Pogba back. I'm really, really not. Like, I'm not. Big up Stephanie G. Chris says, wait, is Rashford confirmed out? I think so, pretty much. They've not said anything, but I think we all know that he's going to be missing. He's probably not going to play Sevilla, and he probably won't play Forest. So, yeah. Kaneki says, our front three are Sancho, Martial, and Anthony going to be a trial to see. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Just joined in after 80 minutes. Is that Iftar? Big up, Flawless. Big up to you, Fardeen. Big up to everyone who's fasting as well. I hope everybody is good and everybody is well. I really do. Again, you lot continue to get your questions in. Continue to get your questions in. It is just my niece in the background. But yeah, love to all of you lot as well. As always. Let's see what's going on. United for Life says there are 7 clubs, including Arsenal, who are trying so hard to stop the takeover. They even contacted the government and the parliament, and it's not working, and it will keep it moving forward. It's all gone quiet in regards to our takeover. Does anyone know anything? I don't know anything. Does anyone know? Does anyone know anything in regards to the takeover? And the reason why, back to Mohammed's comment, I'm not trying to see Pogba back, because that's just anxiety through the roof. Like him scoring a winner. I'm really not trying to see that at all in the slightest. Yeah, Dennis, I ran through my lineup, but yes, I would start Eriksen versus Sevilla. I would. Play our strongest side, without doubt. Without doubt. Chelsea Fanatic says, I'm keeping receipts about Chelsea versus Real. I don't think Chelsea go through, but just in case. So you don't believe we'll go through. You agree with everyone. Everyone knows you ain't going through. Like, you lot just keep the scoreline down. If you lot get 3-1 over both legs, take that. That's over you lot should be over the moon about that. I don't know about you, Flawless, but I'm looking forward to the FA Cup semi-final versus Brighton. Yeah, of course, Malcolm. Of course. Why would I not? Like, it's right to be looking forward to a semi-final. When's the last time we've been in an FA Cup semi-final and been confident? Like, we're in the Europa League quarterfinal. We've won the Carabao Cup. This is the best season we've had in a long time. But it's one where we've had success and we could have more success. We're on for 3 trophies. Did we win all 3? That's going to be tough, but I think we win at least 1 more. I think we win the Europa League. Obviously, Manchester City in the FA Cup's big problem. That's a big problem. But even in the final, it's like, if we do make it to the final and City make it, like, I'm a back our team. It's a final. Like, why not? Why not? Oh, yeah, there will be no watch along for either one of those 2 either, people. Manchester United make the Europa League final and the FA Cup final. There will be no watch alongs for either. Just letting you lot know. Just letting you lot know. Let's see what's what. Glazonomics. Yep, Sadiq. Yep. Chris says, well, we need others to score now. Rashford has scored 38% of our goals. Yes, it's on Bruno. It's on Anthony. It's on Sancho. It's on Martial. It's on Weghorst. It's on Palestri. They all need to start chipping in with more goals now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alvaro Fernandez started as a central midfielder and got an assist today against Reading. He's a left back and he did well in that position. Yeah, I know he's a young left back. I don't know anything else about him outside of that. Kaneki says we are in the detailing stage I believe, with the takeover finalization. I'm just waiting to see. We need that takeover expeditiously. Because these men are crooks. Them Glazers crooks. What they've done. What they've done to our football club is a travesty. Hey, you lot continue to bump up the lights, continue to share across the socials as well. Let's do so. LOL, the English government have allowed the Qataris to have other business ventures in the country. They can't stop them from buying us. Facts. You spin. There's facts in the mouth. Absolutely goddamn. But all of a sudden it's us and it's a problem. People are scared. That's why. We bought Alvaro from Real Madrid's academy. I did not know this. How old is he? Sheikh Jassim created a whole new foundation, 92 Foundation, just to prove the government that will be a private ownership by him. And yeah, that's what people are mistaken. It's not the country or the state of Qatar trying to buy Manchester United Football Club. It's someone who is Qatari. That's like me trying to buy something and like England are trying to buy it. No, one person is trying to buy it. Like, there's a huge difference. People just really hate on Manchester United. That's all. Yeah, they're shook. Look at what we've done this season. Unlimited resources. Look at our January window. I like Sabitzer, but it should have been Sabitzer and we only signed Sabitzer on loan, by the way, because Eriksen got injured. It shouldn't have been Weghorst. It should have been Weghorst and. It should never be the case. Let me see. Did I miss any other questions? No, I didn't. Hey, you lot, let's see what's going on. Because you lot, I know it's Monday, it's bank holiday, everyone's enjoying themselves. Slacking with the likes, though. Over 50 of you lot, we're only at 35. 5 more likes. Get us up to 40 likes. And in terms of the subscribers as well, let's see this. We're still at 6,288. There's over 50 of you lot in the building. We're looking for 2 more subscribers. Continue to get your questions in as well. Continue to. Hey, Kaneki, we're even going into that. We're not even going into, what the Glazers have done. It's all crazy. Oh, Alvaro Fernandez is 20. All right, that's fair enough. But in regards as well, saying I want to discuss, obviously, it was Fabrizio Romano talking about players Manchester United are linked with in terms of midfielders. So I've seen Lavia, I've seen Caicedo, I've seen McAllister. What I like about these links is that it's midfielders. And Ten Hag is fully aware that that is a key area in regards to our football team. He signed 2 central midfielders. He then signed a midfielder in the January window as well. So you can see that's where we're trying to improve. Would I take Lavia? Absolutely. I take Lavia. Caicedo, I've seen less of, but would I take him in the team? Yes. McAllister, the same. Now, in terms of first teamers or squad players, that's where the issue lies. Because I've said I want an upgrade on Eriksen. None of them are really an upgrade on Eriksen in terms of what they do. I'm saying they more... McAllister, you could he's more Eriksen-esque, but I've not seen enough of him to say, yeah, he's definitely better than Eriksen, whereas Lavia would be more Casemiro-esque in terms of the work he gets through, same with Caicedo as well. So, we'll see. Fardine says, Fabrizio moving like Grizz Khan these days, cannot trust him. Hey, I'm going to pay attention because I like what he's hearing. I like what he's saying, I like what I'm hearing. Flawless, do you see Qatar coming? Because I don't think the Glazers are playing. Because I don't think the Glazers are playing mind games. And would you take Chukwueze from Villarreal? In terms of the player from Villarreal, not seen him play, so I don't know. I just know he's a winger. In regards to Qatar, my standpoint has been the same. I don't know. I do not know in regards to the takeover. No idea. Away says, interested to see your thoughts on Sabitzer. Would you take him permanently? For me, ain't seen enough, but his performances lately have been very good. And for the price of 20 mil-ish, I don't mind. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head there, Always, when you've spoken on it. In regards to the money being 20 mil. Would I take him on a permanent basis? Yes, I would, but I want him as a squad player. I've said this, I want him 5th choice. So I would go and get a backup to Casemiro. I'd get an upgrade on Eriksen. Yeah. And then Sabitzer, and then that's the 5. So I'd had Sabitzer as the 5th choice. So it'd be Casemiro. So the starting line would be Casemiro, upgrade on Eriksen, back up to Casemiro, and Eriksen as the 2nd string, and then Sabitzer supplementing them and backing that up. He should be 5th choice. I'd move on McTominay. I'd move on Fred. Fred really wanted to stay, and people were like, all right, Fred is 6th choice. Cool. But that's my 5. Sabitzer should be the worst midfielder we have at the club. And I like Sabitzer. I'm a fan. And I've been impressed with his performances. And I think 20 mil is a steal for a player of that caliber. Steal. Absolute steal. How many goals do we need to be comfortable for the second leg versus Sevilla? Stephanie, I know you just joined. 3 minimum. I'm saying 3 goals minimum. I'm looking for any 3-goal lead or more. So give me a 4-1 like against Bears. Give me a 3-0 with a clean sheet. Give me a 5-2, 6-3, whatever it is. 3 goals minimum. 3 goals. Chris says hard to upgrade on Eriksen, has to be genuine world-class midfielder. Eriksen on the ball is as good as it gets. I agree with you. I think it's very tough to upgrade on Eriksen, but that's what we need to do. We need to go and locate a player to upgrade on Eriksen. Imagine Eriksen and a quality backup off the bench for Casemiro. Fire. Absolutely. That'd be absolutely, that's the one right there. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Emma says we are apparently interested in that Turkish guy from Feyenoord, and Malacia is besties with him. It'll be easy business then. What's his name? Are you talking about Koku? You talking about, if it's Koku, I know you lot have mentioned him to me before. Third Eye says Newcastle are falling in love with McTominay. Paper saying they will pay 50 million for him. I don't see that happen. Unless they're going to sell midfielders, I don't see why they would go and get McTominay. McTominay does not improve their midfield. And they've done good business so far. So I don't get as to why they would. Big up United for life, says Flawless. There are very strong links and legit sources that are saying that we are getting Koku from Feyenoord as backup for Eriksen. He's the captain of the team. Thoughts? Not against it, because we definitely need improvements in that area. We definitely need improvements in midfield. But I want to upgrade on Eriksen. I don't want backup. I want to upgrade. And I'm a massive fan of Eriksen. I've defended him many times on this channel because he's the only midfielder of his profile that we have in the team. And when he don't play, we struggle so much more to keep the ball. And he keeps us ticking. Quality. Key to us offensively and key to us defensively as well. Because he helps us keep the ball. And offensively, he's great on the ball. But we have to. McTominay is better than Longstaff, to be fair. If he is, there ain't much in it. My point is, I don't see why they would want him. I don't see why. It makes no sense. I'll believe it when I see it. That's what I'll say. Because I don't believe it. Kaneki says, Flawless, I'm being greedy, but my midfield choices, Paulino, Awa, Hadera, Koku, and Kudos. If we want playmaking wingers, we don't need an attacking midfielder. Instead, I want engine room in the mid. Yeah, again, what you're saying here is preference, which is cool, but you can have both. You can have someone who's an engine in there, but also can play ball, like Casemiro, for instance. But it's all preference, and we're all guessing because we don't know exactly what Ten Hag wants. We're just here speculating. We are just here speculating. Yeah, Chris, it's much of a muchness in it. They're both not very good, Longstaff or McTominay. My overall point still stands is why would they want him? He's not a major upgrade. If he is, it's slight. It's a slight upgrade. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. But yeah, Paulino, yeah, I think he'd be great backup to Casemiro, even though at his age, I doubt Paulino would want to come to Manchester United to be backup. Let me have a look. Because we were discussing this yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, 27, he probably want to play football. He'll probably want to be first team and play ball. If we really wanted to go and get him, we could. Why is he 6'3"? Is he that tall? I had no idea. For some reason, I thought he was like 5'10", 5'11". You don't look 6'3". That's what it says on there anyway. I've not. He was like talk of the town a couple seasons ago and then kind of disappeared. Hadera, don't know too much about. Same with Koku. And Kudos is a name that pops up all the time. But it depends what you like. Hector says, I'm hearing bare mid-8s. If we want to be a top team, we need our number 8 to be top 10 in the world. Or just, yeah, like, I hear that. We need to go upgrade. I agree with you. 110%. I agree with you. I just feel like we've been knocked out by Sevilla, could play a major factor mentally with some of the players. We've been beat by Barcelona twice in 2 Champions League finals. It's calm, Malcolm. Don't think too much about it. Would you take Neymar for, say, 45 million as a number 10? Absolutely, I would. For all the criticism I give Neymar, and I do give him criticism, and I think it's fair, 45 million for a player the caliber of Neymar is a steal. And yes, there's cons to it. Yes, it could go wrong. However, if it goes right and you get the best out of Neymar, you have one of the best. You have one of the best footballers in the world. Well, in Europe, I should say. You have one of the best footballers in Europe. if that goes right. And for 45 million, I'm a risk taker. So I always run risks, like for the likes of a Neymar and Mbappe and players who are literally in terms of talent at the top of the field. I've run the risk, especially for that price. 45 million. Imagine you get Neymar and it goes well. What that does for everyone around you. And that's a statement to everybody if you go and sign him, especially for 45 million. Now, if it was 145 million, absolutely not. If it was 100 million, absolutely not. If it was 80, 90 million, but 45 million, because he can play 10, he can play false 9, he can also play wide left. And I think you just need someone to get the best out of him. It's definitely worth the risk. Definitely. Would you take Kim Min-jae 40 million release clause? I think thoughts. Yeah, I heard about this 45 million release clause. Somebody stated that it was only for the first 2 weeks of the transfer window or something of that nature. We should be all over that. We need a backup to Varane. Move on Maguire, move on Lindelof, have Kim Min-jae as backup to Varane, have Luke Shaw as backup to Martinez, go sign a left back. We've been linked with a right back, sell on Dalot. There you go. So centre backs choices would be Martinez, Varane, Shaw, Kim Min-jae. Left back options, McAllister, new left back. Right back options, new right back. And if it was, new right back and Wan-Bissaka. Then go get a new goalkeeper. Midfield I've already spoken in terms of backup to Casemiro, upgrade on Eriksen and Sabitzer. There's your 5 midfielders right there. Wingers, you got Diallo coming back on the right-hand side. So you've got Diallo, you've got Anthony, you've got Palestri who can play over there. You've got Sancho who can play over there if needs be. You've got Bruno who can do a job out there. Left-hand side, you got Rashford, you got Garnacho, you got Sancho who can play from the left. In the 10, you got Bruno who can play 10. Sancho can play 10. I would go and sign another number 10 anyway because Donny's going to get moved on. And then strikers, go sign 2 strikers and have 2 strikers and Martial. Then you're free. That simple. If only it was that simple. If only if it was that simple. And we got plenty of players to sell on. Third Eye says, let them pay. We could flick McTominay for Sabitzer and over. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But nah, I don't see them paying 50 million for McTominay. I just don't. Ten Hag likes his NBA footballers. Like Chris said, Fardine, what is an NBA footballer? What is an NBA footballer? Big up Brian says, what's up, Flawless in the chat? Big up. Chris says, agreed, I hate when people say we don't need an Mbappe like we out here dominating. I hear that. Hawaii says Neymar's injury record would only worry me. Yes, it would be a concern, but it's worth the risk for 45 million. It's definitely a concern. I have my doubts. That's why I'm not sat here saying, yeah, go get Neymar for any price and get him now. But the price that was brought up, it's a steal. It's a steal. 31 years old. Right, Neymar's 31, you know. Crazy. Let me have a look here. I'm trying to see his actual appearances for PSG in the past few years to see how bad like his record has been. Let me see. Let me see this. So I'm just having a look at his appearance. Yeah, his appearances low. Jesus. Yeah, his appearances have been shocking. 20 games this season, 22 games the season before, 18 before that, 15 before that, 17 before that, 20 before that. That is terrible. That is terrible. Well, I would still run the risk. Our focus should be the spine this window. Fullbacks and wingers, according to me, are not that important. I don't think we need any wingers. And fullbacks, I don't think they're as important as the spine of the team, but they're definitely needed. You see the importance of the fullbacks for Manchester City, for Liverpool. Look at the 2 teams that have won the Premier League in recent times. How important have Cancelo, Kyle Walker been for City, Trent and Robertson for Liverpool? We've seen it yesterday in the game, in the Liverpool-Arsenal game. That piece of skill by Trent, fullback areas. So I think we're fine in wingers, but we need fullbacks. And we should improve all. Do we need a goalkeeper? Yes. Do we need another central midfielder? Yes. Do we need a new number 10? Yes. Do we need a striker? Yes. I think that's right down the spine of the team, but we definitely need more than just that. We definitely need more than just that. I can't pronounce the player's name here from Leipzig that you're talking about. I can't pronounce his name, King. I've seen his name pop up, but I don't know anything about him. Flawless, you sound like Ralph, and that's a fact. We need 9 minimum players. Oh, yeah, we need players. 100%. Without doubt. I've said it before. Goalkeeper, like when I've ran through the list, I've ran through the list many a times. We need a new goalkeeper. new right back, new left back. This is just the first team. Central midfielder, 10, striker. So that's 6. That's 6 first teams. Goalkeeper, 2 fullbacks, central midfielder, number 10, striker. So that's 6 first teams. So you've changed over half your first team already. And never mind behind that. Backup centre back, 2 backup midfielders, backup number 10, 1 striker. It's 5. It's 11. It's off the top of the head. That's what I'm basically saying. We need a whole new team in terms of squad and the first team. That's what that is. And then we got plenty of players, like I said, we got to get rid of. De Gea, I'd move on, 100%. De Gea, I'd move on. Maguire, Lindelof, I'd move on. Fred, McTominay. Who else? I say, is it 5? Yeah, I'd move on those 5 in terms of the first team, and then players who are coming back, the likes of Henderson, Tellez, Bailly, Phil Jones. That's for what? That's 9 already. And I'm sure there's more. Neymar isn't injury prone. Doesn't get injured like Martial, that to make him injury prone, he gets the life kicked out of him. Still, that's awful. Third Eye says Neymar's ego would destroy the locker room potentially, or it could galvanize the locker room. I always look at the flip side. I see the cons, but I also see the pros. Literally, that could galvanize the locker room. Neymar could come here with 2 big chips on his shoulder, 2 massive chips on his shoulder with a massive point to prove that I'm going to be successful here. And I focus motivating Neymar as a dangerous prospect because the talent is there. Fullbacks are vital for Ten Hag. He asked fullbacks to go up and down, play inverted, and be used on overlaps. Overlaps is probably the hardest role in a Ten Hag system. This is why I'm not saying it's obviously the spine of the team is more important, but fullbacks are key. And I don't like our fullback options first choice. Don't like Shaw. McAllister is raw in terms of attributes, so I do like McAllister. And then I don't think Dalot or Wan-Bissaka are good enough first teamers. Like if they're backups, cool, but I don't think they're first teamers like that. Yeah, Brandon Williams. The list goes on. Yep, Axel. See, that's 11 already. Players to get rid of. I forgot about Axel and I forgot about Williams. There we are. Kaneki says 3 midfielders, 2 centre backs, 2 strikers, and a left back. And me and a right back added to that. Yeah. RJ, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Question to Flawless. Would you take Marcus Thuram as a backup striker at United? I'd take him at Madrid. No, I've not watched him. I've only seen him in the World Cup. Know nothing about him. Apart from he's Lillian Thuram's son. That's it. I wish if he was as good as his pops, I'd take him. But that's it. Hey, 45 likes, people. We're at 45 likes, 5 more. Girls up to 50 likes, people. Girls up to 50 likes. Continue to get your questions in as well. Hit the subscribe button, man. Yeah, I know. We're looking for 2 more subscribers. Get us to the subscriber mark before we close out the show. 6,290. We're only looking for 2 new subscribers. Rashford, Neymar, Anthony, and Ivan Toney would be a killer up front 4, but we can dream. Hey, man, we can dream. But Ivan Toney, everyone knows I spoke wax lyrical. He would be my first choice. Definitely go get Ivan Toney. And if you get Neymar, it's a statement of intent. Do we get Neymar? No. Is Neymar leaving PSG? Is that what's going on? Is he leaving PSG? Like, what's happening? Is he leaving PSG? What's happening? Is he? King says, Allah and Hadera don't get in their own team now. Don't want them. You'll know more than me. I don't know anything about these 2 to be talking about them. I really, really don't. Not in the slightest. I don't. Yes, Dennis, Mile of the North is 7 p.m. UK time. So just over an hour and a half from now. So like an hour and 40 minutes, pretty much, from now. I have a feeling that Phil Jones is Fred the Red, the mascot with the redhead mask, giving high fives before the games. You lot got jokes. Hey, big up saying, you know what I'm saying, from Jamaica. Large up my Jamaicans in the cup. Apparently he's leaving PSG, but this is all rumors. Like I said, if he's available at Cutthroat, then yeah, is what it is. I ain't heard nothing about Neymar. Yeah, it all sounds a bit hit and hope. Again, you have the situation United need to be looking at. Number 11's kid is born in May. He'll marry that woman in the summer window, as per reports. I think he's coming back. We'll see. Do I want him back? No. My stance is still the same and remain the same. I didn't want him when it all came out. I didn't want it when The recent reports came out and still back. No, I don't want him back at Manchester United Football Club. I'll be extremely disappointed if the club bring him back. Don't want him back. Don't care what happened in regards to recent reports. Don't want him back. But that's just everyone's different. Everyone has a different opinion on it, and everyone's entitled. But my stance will not change. Deep it, Phil Jones is going to survive at United longer than the Glazers. That is a fact. That is a fact. PSG want rid of Neymar and Messi to reduce wages, FFP reasons. Gotta look at it then. Gotta look at it. Yeah, fell out with the ultras on the board. They want a French-heavy team, so they're getting rid of most foreign players because they refuse to speak French. Yeah, you should learn French. Wherever you are, whatever country you're in, if you go play football in France, learn French. I'm saying go learn even a few footballing phrases just to do interviews. Learn French. If you're in England, learn English. Italian, learn Italian. The list goes on wherever you are. Go learn the language, of course. And that's it. Hey, Emma, you said it. Without getting all into that, because I've had a discussion on it, yeah, we know this. Like, but I don't care to Booklock who's talking about like his skill level. I don't care about his skill level. I couldn't care if he was world class and Zidane reincarnated. I just don't want him back. Neymar got dropped by Nike. He rocks Pumas. We pick and choose. He picks and chooses when he plays. He is cooked, brother. Potentially. Or potentially not. Like I said, I see all of the cons for Neymar. Let me get that clear. I see all of the cons. Any reservations, any criticisms of people have of him, I understand. I also understand why people wouldn't want him at Manchester United. I get it. I've criticized Neymar. I've spoken on Agenda FCs that I ran talking about Neymar and how he's failed to deliver after leaving Barcelona. However, when you have a player of that caliber, if he joins your football club and he gets it right, he can be the difference in you winning a league or not winning the league, winning the Champions League or not winning the Champions League. Is that a big if? Yes. But I'm a risk taker in this football thing. Risk taker. When you're chasing down City, chasing down Arsenal, potentially Liverpool if they're back, Chelsea if they get it right, Real Madrid's, your Bayern Munich's, your PSG's, Napoli's, that caliber of player can take you over the top in a tie. Like you have I'm like I said, I'm a risk taker. I am. Stephanie G says, Garnacho broke through the first team. Who breaks through into the first team next season? I'm not going to lie. I don't follow the youth team like that. I don't follow. So I'm just looking at it and going, I don't know. I legit don't know. I'm unsure. Yeah, Book Clocker. That wasn't a shot at you. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Definitely not a shot at you. My bad if it seemed that way. It was no shot. Bossard says, draw. What do you mean? Draw. What's going on? What did I miss? Hey, how many likes we on? Right, we're at 49 likes. One more like. Get us up to 50 likes, people. Get us up to 50 likes. It was just the generational comments from people that irked me, and it was completely untrue, besides him being a scumbag. First? That's it. Have we even hit 50 likes for one shot? Come on. What's going on? Kaneki. That's why I said the person who asked the questions said verbatim, 45 million, would you take him? Yes. But the cost of Neymar is we need a team of 10 runners to keep Neymar up top. That's why I said 45 million. Yes. We already have pretty much a team of runners. And I would class, like, when I say runners, like Rashford is a runner who's going to be first. We know Rashford and Anthony are his two first choice wingers. If it's Bruno in the 10, he's also a runner. But if you sign Neymar and then you get an Ivan Toney, then you have like a runner and someone who's mobile in front of him. Then if you have Casemiro and upgrade on Eriksen, they're also runners. Fullbacks are all athletic. Maybe apart from Shaw, you got Malacia, you got Dalot, you got Wan-Bissaka currently. So I don't worry about it. Like I said, I'd run the risk. RJ, this is a tough one for me. This is really a tough question. When you say, would you take Tielemans if Leicester potentially get relegated? Because I like Tielemans, but nobody seems to like Tielemans. So the fact that I'm the only one that seems to rate Tielemans is a concern. And when I talk to Neil, shout out to Neil, he's not really a big fan. He's a Leicester fan. He's not really a big fan of Tielemans. And the fact no one's went and got him when he's been available for cheap is also an eye-opener for me. But I think it is the lack of mobility for Tielemans. Because on the ball, I think he's fine. And when I see him like passing technically, but it's the running, it's off the ball. I think that's what the major issue is for people and why no top teams went and got him. But if Leicester get relegated, go get Maddison. I've said this. If Leicester get relegated, go and get Maddison. 110%. I would go get Maddison. I'd even look at an Ndidi. Even though I want Onana, I would look at an Ndidi. Even though Leicester have been in poor form. But if they're in the Championship, all right, here's 80 million. Go get both. Go get both. Let me have a look here. Let me have a look. Because Ndidi's right. Ndidi's only 26. And I know his form hasn't been the best the past couple of years, but you know what? Why not? I'd definitely take a look at him. Why not? Let me have a look. Yeah, because he played 20 matches this season so far. 19 the season before, not good. But then 26, 32, 38, 33. In his first season, 17. I'm not saying his first choice. I'm just saying I would look at him. I'd have a look at him. That's just me, though. No people will be against that. And is there better options? Yes. But if they're in the Championship, why not? Jesus, you lie in my stomach. I need to get something to eat. God damn. So I want to have a look at Tielemans' numbers as well, actually. Let me see. Let me see what his numbers are saying. Now, Basuma's a baller. Don't do that. Basuma was cold. Basuma was cold at Brighton. He's not overrated. Basuma was cold. Just because he's gone Spurs and, like, it's not worked out, like, that's not what we're going to do. He went to, you know, Conte where players die. Like, that's there. I would still take Basuma. 100% at a cheap price. Tielemans 23 games this season. 32 the season before. 38, 37. Yeah. But, yeah, like... Was that loud? Did you not hear that? Jesus Christ. My bad. My apologies, people. King says people forget what Neymar done to United as an individual player. Guy is untouchable when on the ball. Oh, he's a baller. I don't even doubt his talent. That's why I said if you get it right, you go and get him. Without doubt. Star-Lord, big up to you. Matthew says, so if United are able to get rid of a right-back to replace with another, what would you do? Get rid of Dalot or Wan-Bissaka? I feel Wan-Bissaka has come on loads more than Dalot lately. Yeah, I would get rid of Dalot and then keep Wan-Bissaka. Like I said, for specialist situations. If we need someone just to lock down a left winger, your job. We're going away to the Bernabeu. Wan-Bissaka up against Vinicius Jr. We're playing away in Naples. It's KK. Wan-Bissaka, that's you. Going away to Bayern Munich. If it's Mane on that side, Wan-Bissaka, that's you. Or even coming off the bench in certain games. We've seen him come off the bench in the Carabao Cup final. So I would keep him for that. Has Tielemans even been playing lately? I don't think he has the running power for our team, to be honest. To borrow a phrase from Hugh Wizzy, he's a... Right, who did Hugh call a chunky gerbil? That's crazy. Emma says Tielemans also has a reputation of being lazy. That's a huge issue with someone like Ten Hag. I think that's why no one went and got him. Would a Neymar salary be ridiculous, but if he delivers the Premier League, get him? That's why you have to negotiate correctly. Don't give him crazy wages. Put some performance incentive clauses in there. All right, if you do this, then you get this. That type of thing. Let's make a big special stream to remember when the takeover is announced. Oh, I'm hearing the full kit. You know what I'm saying in that? Like 100%. Like I'm here in the full, like when I say the full kit, I'm in the full attire. Man will have the headband on, you know what I'm saying? The red and white one, the black ring that goes around it. I'm saying the full attire. I don't know, you lot don't know the name, but I've got the full attire from when I went to Dubai a few years back. You know what I'm saying? Star-Lord, I'm going to eat. Don't worry about it. Man's got work to do. You know what I'm saying? And I got work to do. You lot don't worry about that. I will eat. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Because if I don't work, guess what? I can't eat. Word to P. Diddy, you don't hustle, you don't eat. Don't worry. I will be fine. But I appreciate the concern. Let's see. It was a stream like a year ago. Arsenal were linked with Tielemans. Yeah, he's been linked. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my stomach did send out SOS like, feed me. And it's like, yo, you're going to get to it 100%. I'm going to get to it. Mohammed, you said it here. Wan-Bissaka, a specialist lockdown defender in the tough games, is key to challenge for next season. That's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm on. Would you keep 3 right-backs, a specialist like Wan-Bissaka, a more complete right-back to start, and another who can attack in case the first gets injured? No, I'll keep 2. But if we were to sign a right-back and keep Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, I'm not against it. It's good options to have. I'm not against it whatsoever. Not against it. But preferably, I get rid of the low and sign a right back and have Wan-Bissaka as backup. Bissaka is only good versus PMP players. The type of player like that Napoli, number 77 on the wing, would make him look like Trent. Well, we'll see. Because we've never seen Wan-Bissaka get roasted by anybody. So, never seen Wan-Bissaka get done. We're like, oh my God. And you're talking about KK. It's arguably the most informed winger in Europe right now. Arguably. Not saying he is. So that's going to happen. Like, who does he not do that to? I'm not going to criticize. I'm not using that against Wan-Bissaka. Like, who does my man not cook? Trent, Dalot, who like Kyle Walker. The list goes on. The list goes on. RJ says, would you take Brennan Johnson if Forest potentially get relegated? No, I wouldn't. Nah. I wouldn't go and take him. No. Absolutely not. Yeah, Hector, people just go over the top. We see Wan-Bissaka lock down Mbappe, Neymar, Prime Mane. He'll be fine. But they'll say they're all PMP. And like Neymar, I wouldn't class, even though he's quick, I wouldn't technically class him as PMP. Like I said, people got to tell me where this perfect right back is that can deal with all situations and never gets beat defensively and is great going forward. Or most 99.9% players have weaknesses. I'm actually not that fussed with our fullback situation. I wouldn't mind if we started next season with those we have right now. I don't like it. I really don't. I don't like either fullback situation. I think we're just missing so much from that area. Look at Trent's goal yesterday. None of our fullbacks can do that. Give me a fullback who can do that. The way he went past Zinchenko cold and then across to pick out Firmino. Like, he's meant that. It's not like he just hit an area. Just trying to have his defensive deficiencies, yes. But then that's why you have a Wan-Bissaka. Because then you have horses for courses, different styles for different fights. And that's what it is. Going to dominate the ball, attacking fullback. You know what I'm saying? And that dominate the ball, attacking fullback. Going to have less of the ball, defensive fullback. That's good. That's what it is. Give me a fullback that has that. We don't have a fullback in our team that can do what Trent does. We don't. We don't have nobody who can do that. No one. And that's a problem. Eman says Reece James. Reece James is cold, but guess what? Can't stay fit. What use is he? Like, we complain, and rightfully so, and criticize Martial for not being able to stay fit. Reece James cannot stay fit. He can't. Can't stay fit. If Juventus don't make Champions League next season, would you take Vlahovic if he wants out? No, because I just want a more mobile striker. That's a profile thing. So that's not me saying Vlahovic is trash or Vlahovic is terrible, because I've not watched a lot of him like that to make a fair assessment. One thing I do know is he's not mobile and quick like that. So no, I don't want Vlahovic. Plus, I think he'd be a big fee as well. I would. Emma says, I'm more concerned with our midfield. We need backups that could potentially be starters, in my opinion. I'm more concerned with our midfield, yeah, because it's the spine of the team. I do agree with that part. We need backups that could potentially be starters. I just want first teamers, isn't it? That's just me. I think then with Malacia and Wan-Bissaka backups, I'm cool with that. Have no issue. Bissaka versus Foden, Mahrez, he struggles, but give him a Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. and Zaha in his pockets. When has he played against Mahrez? When did this happen? Mahrez has never played on the left-hand side against Manchester United. So when did he struggle against Mahrez? Because Mahrez plays on the right-hand side. One of you lot let me know. I've never seen Mahrez from the left. And when did he struggle against Foden like this? When did this happen? If this is the myth, this is like the Torres versus Vidic thing. Oh, he struggled with him. Torres has 3 goals in 15 appearances against him. All right, what are we doing? We can't just say things. When did someone, I'm genuinely asking King, someone else in the chat, let me know when Bissaka struggled against Foden and Mahrez. Like, when did these games, I do not remember this happening. Again, just to keep in mind, as soon as a winger can play in the interspace, Bernardo Silva type, Wan-Bissaka dies. Okay, name the games when this has happened. What games this season? Yeah, I'll use this season because he's improved this season defensively. Name the games this season that this has happened. Someone please tell me. Otherwise, we just saying things. Mohammed says, who's your third? 4-2 and 6-3. So one of those wasn't this season. So 6-3 where everybody struggled. What are we talking about? What are we on about? Actually, why are we like, he didn't even start. See, people just be saying anything. He didn't even start the 6-3 game. It was Dalot. Dalot started the game. Yeah, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Dalot started that game. So I'm not putting that 6-3 on. See, people just be saying things. Let me double check this. But when we got beat 6-3 by them, Dalot started that match because he got booked early against Grealish. See, people just be saying, like, come on, man, you man gotta be better than this. Like, we can't just be running agendas and that. So again, tell me this season when he struggled against a winger who's drifted into space. Give me the 3, 4, 5 games because it has to be continuous, not one-offs. Give me continuouses. Give me the continuous where it's happened on a regular basis. Like we see Trent get cooked on a regular basis. That happens. Now we're talking about Wan-Bissaka, not Dalot. We're talking about Wan-Bissaka in particular. His man is saying he struggles against a certain type of winger. So when did this happen? Name me the games this season. Yes, Battle of the North will be on at 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm looking there. The 6-3 game. Dalot started. Yeah, it was Dalot. Wan-Bissaka wasn't even in the squad. What was it even in the squad against Manchester City when we got beat 6-3? I'm looking at it here. Dalot started. Lindelof, Martial, Fred, Casemiro, and Luke Shaw all got on the pitch. Then Ronaldo, Tom Heaton, Palestri, and Elanga were the subs, the other subs. So it was Dalot, Malacia, Martinez, Varane. And then McTominay, Eriksson in front. What are we doing, man? Whereas this Wan-Bissaka struggles against certain type of wingers, please name the games then. Otherwise, it's a myth and you just don't like Wan-Bissaka, which is cool. But let's not act like there's something to back this up with. Yeah. Wan-Bissaka never gets cooked 1 versus 1. He's arguably the best 1v1 defender in football. Arguably, he's exceptional 1-on-1, and that's why I would keep him. Can he struggle? Will he struggle more with a player who drops into space and stuff? Yeah, but who don't struggle with that? Every fullback struggles with that if someone does that well. Yeah, and what he was at fault for that. It wasn't just him. Was it the first goal? Yeah, it was the first goal. He was definitely at fault for that. Jesus, that rain. I heard the rain hit the window. Jesus Christ. When I refer to the Mahrez, I mean the type of player compared to Vinicius Jr. Bissaka struggles versus technical players, but not PMP players. Dalot is the opposite. Okay, so name the games that Wan-Bissaka struggled in against that type of winger. Name the matches. Are his attributes better against PMP players? Yes, but to say he struggles against the others is too. No, he might not do as well. Name the players, King. Name the games. Who are these players? Name the games this season where he struggled against that type. Did he play the reverse fixture? Let me check. When we beat them 1-0. 1 second. I'm having a look here right now. When we beat him 2-1, sorry. There we go. Having a look right now. Yeah, he played that game. And he played against Foden. And what did Foden do? Nothing. Locked him down. Locked him down. Foden, all the football that City had, locked him down. And Grealish's goal was not his fault either. What are we talking about? Yeah, I know Star-Lord, they can't name a match because it never happened. He locked down Foden, who's that type of winger. And they had the majority of the ball for that game. Looking at it right now. Yeah, they had 71% possession. They had 5 shots, 1 on target. Locked him down. What are we doing? Why doesn't Southgate rate Wan-Bissaka? He seems like the perfect tournament right back against superior teams. It's mad. But Southgate don't know what he's doing. He's not good enough at his job. That's why. We know this. Southgate sucks. Everyone knows this. Terrible manager. Terrible manager. Nowhere near good enough. All that attacking talent for England and you can't create anything. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka. And I'm not even sat here saying he should be first team. I'm saying backup. Exactly. Bissaka hasn't been cooked all this season, allowed to slander. Man, I'm thinking about previous season. This season, he's done everything. Honestly, Wan-Bissaka is the guy I want when a last-ditch tackle is needed. We need a different type of players in the squad to be competitive. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's legit it. That's it. Like, we just say, people just be saying things. Oh, he struggles against this type of winger. Okay, name the games. Because if I sit here and say, Rashford struggles against this type of defense or this type of defender and I can't name games, you lot are going to be onto me. Like the whole McAllister debate we had on Friday. When you lot disagree with me, you going to get onto me about things. You have to back things up. Lockdown Foden. Didn't play in the 6-3 game. Hey, big up Lemmy from Hamburg, who says, Liverpool fan here, like your stuff. Always keep it 100. Keep up the good work. Saying hi from Germany. Hey, big up to you, my guy, man. Much appreciated. Man said Germany, you know. That's crazy. Hamburg, love, man. Really appreciate these type of comments and messages, man. So thank you. Much appreciated, man. Just continue supporting. Love. I'm saying I'm going to close out as well, people, in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. We're at 56 likes. Girls up to 60 likes, please. Girls up to 60 likes. And we've hit the subscriber mark as well. 6,290. Well done. Well done. I'm trying to get to 6,300 before the end of the day. Chris says Foden played on the right in the 6-3 anyway. So he not only did Foden play on the right, Wan-Bissaka were even in the squad. See? What are we doing? He's improved. Like, give credit where credit's due. I'm not the biggest fan of Wan-Bissaka. I wanted him sold in the summer, but he's improved this season, both defensively and on the ball, and deserves his plaudits as such. Do I want an improvement? Yes, I'm here saying bring me our right back. But as a squad player, what's the problem? Even going forward, Wan-Bissaka, even going forward, Wan-Bissaka has improved loads, but still no idea how he missed the open goal on Saturday because he just Wan-Bissaka. But I hear you, Matthew. Because if he was performing poorly, me, you, Matthew, and all the people in the chat would be criticizing, saying how poorly he's been playing, and rightfully so. So give that man his plaudits for improving, because no one expects him to have the season that he's having right now. Vinny Jr. hasn't met Wan-Bissaka yet. Would like to see that man pocketed St. Maximin for me. He's like Vinny Jr., but without finishing. The thing is, he could meet Vinicius Jr. and get cooked. Vinicius Jr. is one of the best left wingers in the world. He could meet an Mbappe and get cooked. He could beat a KK against Napoli and get cooked. He could go up against a Foden and get cooked. These are quality wingers that we're talking about here. Like, these are the cream of the crop, the best of the best. Like, there's no shame in that. It's not like, oh my God, you got cooked by Vinicius Jr. Sell you. No, he's one of the best in Europe in his position. Like, you are going to lose some, 100%. I will watch Battle of the North. I want to see Matisse get cooked tonight. He was drinking a 7-Up that day. No mercy, flawless. Yo, he's been getting cooked. He's broken. Look at he's you know what I'm saying. He's cooked. And to see us says, yo, flawless. What was the McAllister debate? I missed it. I'm thinking he's overrated personally. It was RJ actually. Big up to RJ. He asked a question about McAllister, and then Eddie responded, and then myself and Eddie, and then Jez joined. We're just going back and forth in regards to McAllister. People saying he's top class. United should get him and bring him into their first team. So I was like, where was this conversation in the summer? All of our teams needed midfielders because we have United fans in the chat. We have Arsenal fans. We have Liverpool fans. We have Chelsea fans. We have Spurs fans. 5 of the 6. Nobody in the summer was talking about bringing McAllister. But then because he's having a good season at Brighton and Brighton are having a good season and they won the World Cup, people are like, how can you not know who McAllister is? You should get him in. He's clear. That was it. Big up HKN. He sparked it as well with a super chat and he was like, he's clear of Eriksen. So I was like, based off of what? Based off of a season at Brighton? Because last season, no one were talking about him. What are we talking about? All of a sudden, in the summer, all of our teams need midfielders. Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs. We all need. Nobody in the chat had mentioned McAllister to me. Like same way in this show, you lot have mentioned Koku to me. I said, oh, kudos. These are names that regular have been mentioned over the past few months. So now if someone says, well, I want my team to go get him, it makes sense. No one were talking about McAllister. You know what I'm saying? No one were talking, like, and that's no disrespect. And that's why I never said, people were like, oh, you're saying he's trash. No. I'm not saying, people say, but you don't watch Brighton a lot. I don't. I never said McAllister's not a good player. I said I didn't understand the hype. And then Eddie was talking about, this sounds like flavor of the month. And then Jersey watches more of Brighton than I do, was saying the same thing. Because when McAllister was at Brighton next season, it was Basuma was the mention. Basuma was the one. But now all of a sudden people, bring McAllister to my club. Really? So how come you weren't saying this in the summer? because Manchester United need midfielders in the summer. But that was pretty much it. That was it. What kind of illness is Jamie Carragher suffering from? He needs to be banned from Twitter for even bringing up Vidic's name, fam. He's just backing his guy. That's all. That's how I look at that. He's just backing his guy. Hey, yo, bro, I think Wan-Bissaka pockets any winger in the world. He's faced Mbappe before and dealt with him. If I'm not mistaken, Mbappe played left, I think, with the help of Axel, one-on-one tackling, 10 out of 10. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's the guy you want in that situation. We're going away to anywhere, any tough ground. So whether it's Premier League, whether it's Europe, I want Wan-Bissaka playing. If we're going away to Real Madrid, we're going away to Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich, Napoli, whoever. It's him. If we're going away to City, going away to Liverpool, going away to Arsenal, Wan-Bissaka. That's who I want. But that's just me. So yeah, that's what sparked. I know I've just, jumped between points, but yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Matisse is finished. You can tell by his streams. Look at his upload, should I say. Yeah, he's done. He's done. Exactly. Yeah, people got confused between Flawless saying where was his energy, as if he was saying McAllister isn't good, and that was the point. And because someone weren't listening to me, that's why someone got blocked. Because man are not listening to what I'm saying. I'm all for us disagreeing. We disagree all the time. That's cool, because I love having debates with you lot. Because you lot, even if I don't agree, can make me look at something in a different way. So that's why I like going back and forth. Plus, this is not an echo chamber. Like, I want to be challenged. If you lot disagree with me, cool. But then also at the same way I explain why, I like the fact that 99.9% of you lot always, well, I like this because of this. I think this because of X, Y, and Z. Cool. That's why even with the Wan-Bissaka thing, I'm like, all right, well, tell me. If you're saying Wan-Bissaka struggles against something, okay, when did this happen? Because I might have missed it. And man might have listed 4 or 5 games this season that I forgot about. Cool. So yeah, that's what it is. I was just asking, where was his energy to go get McAllister before the World Cup in the summer, when all of our teams needed midfielders? Now, after Brighton playing well, like I said, and having a good season and overachieving, and him winning the World Cup, it's go get McAllister. I don't even think he was all that in the World Cup. I thought he was good and that was it. I don't think he was exceptional. I didn't look at that and go, yo, get this man to my football club right now. But again, that's just me. Yeah, Kolo Muani, yeah. People mention him all the time. Not seeing a lot of him. Lemu says that Frankfurt striker called Kolo Muani, quick right foot and left foot, nice in the air. Yeah, but like I've not seen enough to say whether he's good or not. Yeah, Star-Lord, this is it. Me and Flawless disagree on a lot, but I respect his opinion. And same Star-Lord, because one, you're not disrespectful and you're always give reasons as to why. You just don't say shit. You're not like, yo, I rate Bruno, just go I rate Bruno. Like, no, it's because of this, and that. Cool. Even though we disagree. Yeah, RJ, I'm doing the most. We'll probably be talking about the way Brighton got robbed at Spurs. That was outrageous. How you watch that and don't give a penalty, I don't know. And to Dennis, I even say McAllister's overhyped because I don't know his level like that. I'm just saying the coverage around him is crazy. Like, do you warrant all this just off a World Cup and a good season at Brighton? Like, just saying. There's rumors today saying Manchester United want Evan Ferguson and a more experienced striker. Would you be up for that, Flawless? I think that's the perfect. Where'd you hear that rumor? Number 1? 2? Perfect. I think that is absolutely perfect. Go get, that's a senior striker, a younger backup, and then have Martial backing that up. That's what, in my ideal world, that's what I would like. Not necessarily Evan Ferguson, but you lot hear me say it all the time. Profiles. So I like that. Go get me a senior, absolute gunman. Bags goals, does all the rest. Then go get me a youngster, and then have Martial backing that up. I'm with that. Would you take Casado? At the right price, yes, because I like his profile. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a profile standpoint, that's what it is. And regular watchers will hear me say that all the time in regards to that. Unless I've like sat down and seen a play like Ivan Toney, I've watched enough of where I go, you're cold. Well, you hear me say it like Frimpong, I ain't watched like that, but my right back, my left back, bring me pace and power. Balde, for instance, the left back who's at Barcelona, I've seen him twice. I would, yeah. I'd get him to my football club. They're broke, pace and power. He looked good on the ball as well. Why not? He's 19. I seen him twice. I was like, oh, who's this? Wow, who's this guy? Like, I ain't heard no one mention him. Why did he not start in that home leg? I don't get it. Why did he not start? The best signing in the Ollie era was flawless. Big up Aaron Joseph for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. For the super chat, first and foremost. Second, love for the kind words, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was the best signing, but I appreciate that. You think that. That's what matters, man. So big up, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Kaneki says, I've been debating with Flawless, and that's the point. It's fun, and we all learn from the debates. Just keep it respectful. Facts. That's why when I challenge people, it's like, you might tell me something I don't know, or maybe look at something I don't know, or say something that I then use at a later date, which I've done with you lot before. There's people in the chat that have said stuff, and I've used that at a later date on that show, a later time, maybe on that show, or a later date, and been like, when such and such said this, I'd even look at it like that, but they're spot on. Looks like we're raiding Brighton this summer. We'll see, but Brighton is, they're going to cost a lot. Yeah, Fardine, it's been a minute. When was the last time a player was bought solely on his international performance, and that signing has worked out? You spitting. Emma says, we do need an Irishman, though. We've had one in our team and we've been successful. Love the nostalgia. Love the nostalgia. Let's see where we're at. Where was that rumor from? Back to what you said, Matthew. Where did you hear this? I do like this rumor, but where did you hear this? I really like Livramento at Southampton, but I need to see how well he recovers from the ACL. If he comes back strong next season, I'd love to get him. Livramento did look good. He did. Pack Bandit says, Flawless, what are your thoughts on Kim Min-jae and Maddison as summer signings? Spot on, Pack Bandit. I would take both of these, Kim Min-jae for that price. Back up to Varane. Maddison is the 10. I'm with it. Pardon me. I'm fully with it, without doubt. I'm with that. Like, I fully would like Kim Min-jae as backup to Varane. Maddison is the first choice 10. And I don't think they cost a lot, especially if Leicester get relegated. So I'm with it. That's just me personally. Hey, what likes are we on? 59 likes. One more. Get us up to 60 likes, people. Get us up to 60 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Sarcasm City TV, where we live twice a day, every day, people. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. I've already updated it. Make sure you follow the Twitch as well, because you get other shows on there. So don't just think I'm just going to subscribe to the YouTube and not follow the Twitch because it's the same content. It's not the same content. So make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch as well. Because, for instance, like 1 a.m. UK time, we've got the Courtside Commentary Podcast. We'll be doing a preview of the NBA play-ins, both Eastern and Western conferences as well. Wan-Bissaka was on the chopping block by our gullible fans. Now he's the guy making last-ditch tackles. He was always good. Pinaldo made him look bad. I wouldn't say Ronaldo made him look bad, but he's improved though. He's improved defensively and he's improved on the ball. And most fans are giving him his credit. Most fans are. Hector says, I'm surprised Iqbal didn't get more minutes when Eriksen was out. You'd think he'll make it at United. The reason why Iqbal didn't get more minutes because you don't want to throw a youth player into an unstable team. Are you going to throw Iqbal there next to McTominay or a Sabitzer with Bruno? No. With a team that's struggling in terms of performances, you could kill a youth player's career. Nah, that's unfair on him. You should bring youth players into the team when they're in is a stable environment and the team is flying or at least functioning at a higher level in terms of performance. So that's why Iqbal's not got more minutes. That's why. Tony should have cooked Newcastle Saturday, man. Man should have had a hat-trick. He's class, man, just surrounded by bang average players. I've already waxed lyrical about Ivan Toney. Big fan. Did you check my stats about Ollie? You were smiling about before. Those are true. What stats about him? What were the stats? Put him back in show before we close out. I don't see Evan leaving yet. He'll go when he's going as a big name in a year or two. He won't want bench. You got to continue to improve. Like the prices I'm hearing, the hype surrounding him. But it's like, yo, man's not even completed a full season yet. Not even completed a full season. Like, relax. Big up Flawless. Enjoyed the Twitch stream last night. Question. Big up Shadrach. How many games do you see United winning this month? A good question. I'll check the fixture list now. I think we beat Sevilla. I think we beat Forest. I think we beat Sevilla. I think we beat Brighton. I think we beat Spurs. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is gonna sound crazy. I think we win all 6. I think we beat Sevilla first leg, beat Forest away, beat Sevilla again, beat Brighton in the FA Cup, beat Spurs away, beat Villa. So I think we win. I think we're 6 from 6. That could come back to bite me, but I think we're 6 from 6. Personally, I really do. Now it's not Brighton away; it's Brighton in the FA Cup semi-final, Joe. It's Brighton. Lemmy from Hamburg says, question, would you replace De Gea or bring in a number 2 for next season? I'd replace him. As much as I like De Gea, been a great servant, it's time to move on, man. You got to move with the times. You evolve or die. You evolve or get left behind. And that's what it is. Like, we got to keep it moving. De Gea only excels at shot stopping. That's not enough in 2023. It's not. When you look at other top goalkeepers, they'll excel at shot stopping or excel at something else, but there's multiple things. He's not it anymore. We got to move him on. Flawless original report from Mail Sport, but lots more now being reported from different sources on Twitter. Okay, that's good then. That's good. I also remember you disagreed when I mentioned Harry Kane was a better striker than Benzema over 10 years. Yeah, facts. That's what it is. Colton says, what do you think about with all this VAR bullshit? We will touch on it more on doing the most, which will be 11:30 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Doing the most. But the VAR is not the problem. It's the referees. Referees are incompetent and not very good at their job. So incompetent referees make incompetent and poor decisions. Because we can all in agreement and see that that's a foul on Matoma in that Spurs-Brighton game. We all know this. We all can see it. And you could see that live, first time, never mind with replays. They're just incompetent and just very, very bad at their job. That's what it is. Gemini says, Yaga Yao, midfield has been our Achilles heel all season. If this is addressed, will we be much better next season? Do you think midfield is more important than the striking options? I think it's just as important because it's the spine. Of course, if we improve the midfield, then yes, we improve massively. We've seen what improving the midfield this season has done. We signed Casemiro, we signed Eriksen, we got Sabitzer in January. Take those 3 out of our team. No Carabao Cup, no top 4 chase, no potential FA Cup, Europa League we would have struggled in and probably might have been knocked out already. So yes, we need to improve the midfield area. I've said this, I want 3 midfielders, including Sabitzer. But we also need strikers as well because we're short. Can't just rely on Rashford for goals. Our other attackers in the team got to step up, but we also need more strikers. We all know Weghorst is not it. Alanga's not good enough. I'm talking centre, as Rashford can do a job there, but he's not a striker. So that's how I'm looking at it. Bear with me 1 second. Who have you got in mind for De Gea's replacements? Because I can't think of anyone who would come and make a standout performance. No one I know. There's no standout to me. But as I say all the time, that's what the scouting department is for. That's what the recruiting team is there before. Go find us a Manchester United goalkeeper. Is it extremely tough? Absolutely. I say this all the time. The job the recruitment team and the scouting department have is extremely tough to go and find a goalkeeper that's good enough to play for Manchester United. However, you are paid extremely well to do an extremely tough job. That's why you are paid well. That's why you're not paid minimum wage. This is why you're paid thousands upon thousands a year. This is why I bet if you check it, and this is just me guessing, the Manchester United scouting team and recruitment staff are some of the top earners in the world in regards to like that scouting department. You know they are paid extremely well. And you are paid extremely well to go do an extremely tough job. So go find me a goalkeeper because there's one out there. 100%. There's goalkeepers. Not even one. There is goalkeepers, plural. Goalkeepers who are good enough to play for Manchester United. We just don't know them because they're not necessarily in the Premier League or in Europe or in a major European league. There might be one, I don't know, somewhere in Estonia. There may be a goalkeeper there. I'm saying that we don't know about a goalkeeper in Ukraine or something like that. All right, that's it. Do you think Martial can cut it at United because the guy scores whenever he's playing? It's only that. No, I don't think he can cut it because he can't stay fit. I agree with you. Talented, Shomafu. Super talented, but can't stay fit. And yeah, Joe, we all know about the inconsistencies about VAR, and that's what just annoys fans more is that 1 week that challenge is a red card, The next week it's a yellow card, and then the next week a similar challenge is no foul whatsoever. Like, that's where it is. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, go locate. Back to the scouting thing. Go locate these players. Like Mike Mignon at one point was unknown. Now people are mentioning him and waxing lyrical about him for the past season or so. I was looking forward to seeing him in the World Cup, but I know he got injured. Yeah, have a look. Yeah, let me actually check his stats. Let me actually look. He was 27. So yeah, he was unknown at one point. Came through the youth team at PSG. See, I didn't even know that. I had no idea. Let me have a look. So yeah, he was at AC, but so he was at Lille. See? No one was talking about him when he was at Lille. No one. He was at Lille from 2015 to 2021. And he played, minus his first 2 seasons, he was their first choice and played the majority of the league games. Nobody went talking. Go find me a Mike Mignon level. For those that I've not watched him like that, I'm just using him as an example that people now wax lyrical and say he's one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. We're now in 2023. The year 2020 to 21, no one was talking about Mignon. AC Milan signed him, and now people are talking about him. Yeah. Right, but I'm going to close out shortly anyway, people. Let me answer the final few questions. Flawless thoughts on Frimpong, Kim Min-jae, Elise, Madison de Jong, and Højbjerg are some signings. Great window, but that is a FIFA window. It's a football manager window. However, with Qatari owners, you never know, but that's a lot of ifs. And word to James Redmond, I don't do if, buts, or maybes, I do absolutes. But Frimpong got take because of the profile. Kim Min-jae, they say because of the profile. Elise, I think we're good on, even though I rate him. De Jong, but he don't want to be here. And Højbjerg. Are you talking about Højbjerg if that's Højbjerg from Spurs? Absolutely not, no. But that's not a bad window. Ronald, you just have to run back the show. Just tuned in. Hope I didn't miss anything. You missed the show, but it's okay because you turned up now. You know what I'm saying? And that. All right, I'm gonna close out. Stephanie G says, Flawless, do you think Martial is lazy? I think he's just chilled and laid back, as well as being injury prone, which is a shame. Yeah, I think he's just chilled out. And the reason why I don't like the lazy type, because people have said that about me. I get that. I get that when I've played football. Or just in life, because I'm a laid back character. Are you lazy? No, I'm just chilled out and laid back. That's my character. Like, don't do that. So because I'm not all energy and hype, it means I care. Like, this is nonsense. People just talking stupidness. All right, let's see who's live anyway. Let's see who is live. We did hit the initial subscriber mark, so big up to you lot as well. Don't forget, we're back at 11:30 p.m. doing the most, which is the Premier League show as well. All of this is on the upcoming live stream schedule. And then 1 a.m. on the Twitch, Courtside Commentary Podcast is back, people. 1 a.m. on the Twitch, Courtside Commentary Podcast is back, where we're doing a play-in preview as well. Who's live? Right, no one's live. I'm just going to send you lot to doing the most then. That's what I'll do. Send you lot to doing the most. That's what we'll do. Yeah, minus 7 goals in 11 games this year. He's got the talent. United just need to work on his fitness. He's got to. It's like... Booklock says, thanks for the stream, Flawless. Hey, salute to you, Booklock, man, and everyone else who's tuned in, as always. Big up to you lot. Like I said, 11:30 p.m. doing the most, and then 1 a.m. on the Twitch, Courtside Commentary Podcast, we're playing previews. And then tomorrow, we're back on the YouTube, ManDem United Podcast. And then, is it City Bayern? I believe it is Manchester City versus Bayern Munich. That'll be over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. And then after that, myself and Saint back here at midnight for the Manchester United Liverpool show. ManDem United Podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast. At the same time, 12:30, Peter will be holding it down. It is the Atlanta Hawks versus the Miami Heat. That live watch along on the Twitch. So that's a playing game. And then after that, the LA Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves as well. So much going on, people. That's all off the top of the dome as well. They even have to look at the sheet of paper. But let me check. Let me have a look here. Make sure I check the dates. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, City Bayern. See you lot, all on here. You lot see that. Write this down all the time. Look at that April schedule. Look. All the time. That's how much I fucks with you lot. I make sure I'm organized. Sorafel says, do you sleep, man? Yo, sleep when I'm dead. That's what I will do. Dennis says, so much content. Big up my Flawless. Love the work, my dog. Hey, you lot make it worthwhile because you lot are receptive to it. You lot appreciate it because you lot show up every day. So the fact that you lot show up every day and are here, I'll show up every day. And you lot don't only show up every day, you be hitting the likes, you be subscribing and asking questions. I respect it highly. You lot, you know what I'm saying? So love, man. We're going to continue to grow, people. We're going to continue to grow. And just back to this, Ed says, Man Young only got talked about when Leo won the league in 2021. Milan were the quickest in for him. That needs to be us getting in early for top prospects. My point, Ed. I meant at that point, I didn't know who he was in the year 2021. That's just me personally. Not saying nobody did. I'm just saying me. But now he's spoken about like, all right, that's one of the top keepers for the future. Right, let me go get something to eat so my belly don't rumble anymore. Hope you lot enjoyed the show. We'll be back, like I said, 11:30. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.